Happy holidays, everybody. It's Jennifer Angel and Yogi, Sleepy Yogi. So we wanted to come on. He has his little red sweater on. So, because we're back in New York, so we're dressing our holiday season sort of colors. I love red. It's such a vibrant color. Um, so I hope you all have something wonderful planned for the holiday season, wherever you're going and who you're spending it with, and make sure that it's with good friends and family. And of course, I have my little baby here, and he would rather be back in Florida, I'm sure. But say goodbye, sweetie. Um, all right, let's have a look what's happening astrologically over the holiday season. So, first of all, Mars is on the move. Now, I love the Mars energy because it's very assertive energy. It gives us the motivation to really, follow our dreams and our goals, and gives us, that extra ambition. Now, let's not forget that Mars has two sides, like everything. It's very assertive, but the other side of Mars is it's warlike and it can be aggressive. So you want to be a little careful over this time of how you approach people, and and how you talk to people and your actions. So take a step back, think before you speak, and think before you act. It's always good to, as a general rule, to ask more questions than you answer. So that's how you get to know people. Okay. There is a full moon this week as well, so just to add a little bit more emotional intensity, that's at the end of the week on the 28th. Mars moves on the 26th. So full moon is fabulous to have at this time of year because it really closes off. So the energy of the full moon just sort of helps you bring closure to anything that's unfinished, close off so you can, start afresh for 2013. I can't believe that it's the end of the year. What happened to this year? I just don't know. Must be something to do with getting older. The years go faster. Okay, so Venus is and communication planet Mercury is still in the sign of um, Sagittarius, which is very nice because, to have Mercury in there, Sagittarius speakers of the truth. So it just helps us stay within our own truth and the wisdom of who we are, and to speak our truth. There are, of course, some challenging aspects. The Sun and Pluto in the sign of Capricorn conjunct, and the Sun does square Uranus this week as well. So Sun and Uranus on the 26th, and the Sun and Pluto on the 30th. So we've got the middle of the week and the end of the week. So just one thing I'd like to say here about, I've gone into most of them, most of the signs in details of how it can affect you. But, you want to, and what I said to some star signs this week is very few things are worth going into battle in life. The things that when we look back, the things that we fight about or annoy us or push our buttons are generally, the petty things in life. So, before you go into battle, do two things. Ask yourself, is this really worth it? Is this like a battle I really want to stand up and make my voice heard? Because the moment you react, then you get that sort of to and fro, backwards and forwards of reaction. And secondly, is to think about what role do you play in any altercation that's happening. So, um, it's never one-sided. That's not what life is about. It's always two-sided. And you want to, before you start pointing the finger at blame, just have a look at what role did you play in it. Thirdly, how can you learn from any altercation? And this is one of those weeks where it's an emotional week anyway, quite for a lot of people over the holidays, and throwing a full moon and Mars on the move, then, and a few challenging aspects, then it can just heighten emotions. But when emotions are heightened and things really just come straight out to your face for you to look at them more, it's also a time where you can learn from them. And it's all about attitude and your perspective of life. And this is one of the times in the year as well where it's good to look at what you have rather than what you haven't, and to just be grateful. I mean, as my mother said, and I just told one of the star signs this week, my mother always used to say, no matter how badly off you think you are, there's always someone who is in a worse situation than you. And it's so, so true. Um, she died a number of years ago and passed over, but she was a very, very wise woman. And I'm sure some of you have also had your mothers say that to you, or people that you look up to in life. So to all of you, thank you so much for following me. And for many, many years, some of you have been following me. I appreciate it, and I appreciate all the messages and notes that you give me, and I would like to send love to each and every one of you and wish you all such a very, very happy holiday season. And I hope that if you do have any challenges, then you can see the silver lining in them. Love and luck to you from me and from Yogi Astro Poodle, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye for now.